when you dump money on a problem, generally you get a solution faster. I still think that China is still like 4, 5, 6, 7 years behind, but there's this huge amount of capital flowing in. So I think you will see an acceleration, and the gap, that sort of technology innovation gap, narrowing. 2020 has been a record year for Chinese companies listing in the US. Startups and startups that are getting bigger, they go where the capital is. Okay, so it's still the case where the higher valuations and the big capital willing to invest in technology is in the US. In China, the tech companies that list, they have a lot of restrictions. For example, they need to be profitable. Well, most technology companies are not profitable for 3 years, right? It's just that they're fast growth, they're investing money in the future. So the restrictions on listing make it very difficult for Chinese companies to tap local capital markets, and so they choose to go abroad. The second thing is that international appetite for technology investments is much higher than in China. In China, you have like huge interest in consumer side, but not so much interest in technology. And so those two issues combine to drive continued interest in overseas listing. The startups and even our startups, we just go where the capital goes. And most of the US dollar funds also have renminbi funds, like most of all the ones in China. So you're basically looking at, where is the money? So if you're doing something on the consumer side, renminbi makes sense because the valuations for consumer in China are huge. The opportunity is huge because investors, even consumer investors, like investing in China consumer plays. Products they can see, they can feel. For some things that are not profitable, require huge amounts of money, and have historically raised US dollar, they have to go the international path. Now, sometimes you move the company from offshore to onshore or onshore to the offshore. It's based on where the money is. So it's just pure market effect. It's not one competing against the other. It's just what makes sense for the company to get the best value, to be able to raise the money and then to exit.